Fair use. Shalom. Call Limelight Yahweh Bashim. Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to the 144,000 Gonna dive straight into it. Play the full video. Hit a few precepts. And yeah, straight to the point.
All right, guys, we got some moves being made here by China that's catching the attention of the U.S. military. They say that they're running simulation now on trying to run up into Cuba and the surrounding areas. And this is all in response to Trump's gunboat diplomacy, so to speak. Trump is now seizing vessels and holding the oil. They've blocked off this whole region. A lot of that oil is going to China, or was supposed to, China and Iran. So now, they've been caught simulating this war scenario where China rolls up on Cuba and Mexico. And most of the time, this is rare. You don't get a chance to ever see or hear of any of this type of war gaming, so to speak. But they showed this on their national television, and some think that it's an ominous sign, like a warning to Trump, that Xi Jinping and the Chinese are extremely ticked off. Now, in this whole simulation, there's a red team and a blue team. The red team representing China, the blue team, the enemy, or in this case, the United States. And it says that the blue side congregated near Houston, Texas, and then they headed down southeast into the Gulf of Mexico, while the red side was seen in the Caribbean, making moves up on Cuba and swooping in also on Mexico. So this is very interesting here.
Guess what? You Babylonians, you proud Babylonians, the Proud Boys, you patriots, you 2/3, you so-called black women, okay, you so-called black men, Hispanic men, you Gadites on the res, all right, you Reubenites on the res, all you 2/3 in Babylon the Great that have been trusting in this man's system, has been trusting in Egypt. When this place gets invaded, you're going down with these military, all right, U.S. military. You're going to go down with them, all right? You're already going to be fighting, killing each other, more than likely, before the invasion even happens, which is prophesied that Babylon the Great will be invaded by primarily Russia. And guess what? China is going to be a part of that invasion too. How do we know? This is Psalm 16:8. Moab is my washpot, over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Let's reread that. Psalm 16:8. Moab is my washpot, over Edom will I cast out my shoe. There you go. These Moabites, which is so-called Chinese, all right, that they're look what they're doing. And then they already said they want Taiwan too. China has one of the largest militaries in the world, if not the largest military in the world. They can build railways and hospitals, skies. I mean, you name it. They can build it in hours and days. Versus Babylon the Great taking months and years. So what does that tell you about their military industrial complex when things pop off? And there, you can look it up. This is not Dabu77. You know Dabu77 be having a lot of fake news on there that he doesn't fact check himself. But I fact check this right here. This is true. This is real. They're war gaming an American invasion. And you best believe Russia is in on it. The Carmenians, right? They're in on it. Let's get this in what is it? Ezekiel. I think let's try Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38 chapter. And verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So, and turn thee back is having what? Russia go back to that USSR spirit. Okay? And guess what? That armor and The weaponry that's not gonna be ancient armor, which is like knight armor, which is metal plates and leather. No, 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 no. This is going to be super futuristic, advanced technology. That the World War III is going to be exponentially more advanced than what you see even now. They're going to bring out some next level stuff. Just like in World War One, they brought out next level stuff that didn't exist before World War One, and then World War Two. And what do you think now? They're gonna, Russia showed off some soldiers. I think it was like a prototype. It wasn't physical, like you physically see them on video or photo. It was like a more like a patent, if you will, head to toe bulletproof armor, head to toe bulletproof. Yeah, they coming. They coming, and who's the main target? It's not the so-called white man. It's not the so-called Asian man. No, the main target when Babylon the Great is going to get invaded is going to be you Israelites, you Jakes, man. That's going to be the main target. It always has and always will be. Let's get this right here. I'm going to scroll down. In verse 10, thus said Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and shall think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. There you go. And that's talking about Babylon the Great, because this place is an unwalled village. There's no barriers. There's no type of physical barrier in neighborhoods, the border, none of that. You see? Verse 14, therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, thus said Yahweh, in that day when my people of Israel dwell safely, shall thou not know it? So guess what? These so-called Chinese, these so-called Russians, these and all their army, the other countries that align themselves under Russia, okay, they're gonna try to they're mainly gonna try to kill Jake. They're gonna come after Jake. Okay. Verse 16, and thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days. There you go. End time prophecy. And I will bring thee against my land. So there, Yahweh is making the difference that the Israelites, all right, is going to be being put into opposition against these heathen, specifically Gog and Magog, and the armies underneath Gog and Magog, right? And then also they're gonna come for what? Our land, which is the Most High's land, his pit, which is the land of Israel. Because the Israelites, as we know in the latter days, would not be in the land until Yahweh Shai makes his return. Let's reread that again, then I'm gonna jump to Jeremiah. This is Ezekiel 38:16. And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O Gog, before their eyes. So let's get this in Jeremiah. Let's see, Jeremiah. Bear with me, right? I'm sure it's in Jeremiah. All right, Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter, and verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper. Who is this? Yahweh Shai. And shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Is there judgment and justice on the earth right now? No. In his days shall Yahweh, in his days Yahweh shall be saved, and Yasharallah shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Yasharallah out of the north country, and from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell safely in their own land. This has not happened yet. All right, that is end time prophecy when Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, all right, makes his return. So guess what? Those people in our land fit the prophecy of the Edomites, okay? Because they are the Edomites, those small hats over there. All right, let's get this. Actually, let's finish up this video, and then I'll dive deeper.
That they're wargaming simul. So this is very interesting here. That they're wargaming, simulating a war in the Caribbean. Now, I want to remind everybody, if you missed the live show, we discovered that off the Rothschild Economist magazine cover, for warnings going into 2026, they show a boat, a container ship boat that has missiles coming out of it, and it's shooting America on its 250th birthday, and that boat gets hit by a satellite from space. Well, China just unveiled a cargo ship that converts into a concealable missile destroyer. And there it is, right there. You can see it right here. How
Nasty work right here, man. And guess what? The elect is going to receive spiritual power. All right, you're going to see the elect out here drop kicking these boats. You know, you go see Jake out here drop kicking these military vehicles, man, to pieces. Okay? Like they what's that scene from Dragon Ball Z? What's his name? Raditz or Nappa. It was warships. He just ran through the warships, right? The Most High Yahweh was finna make his people conquer the earth, man. These devils, these heathen, this is your end. Daniel, the 2nd chapter. All right, the Roman Empire, the revised Roman Empire, Babylon the Great, being ruled by the Edomites, which is so-called white man. This is the last heathen rulership. And guess what? This is Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And guess who this is talking about? The Edomites. Obadiah, the 1st chapter, is dedicated to Esau, Edom. Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, and I said in previous videos, China, their shipbuilding capacity is unparalleled. It's over 3 times faster than America. Meaning, if Babylon makes 3 ships, just 3 ships in general, and they can just put military equipment and whatever on a ship. If Babylon make 3, China make 9. If Babylon make 9, China make 27. If Babylon make 10, China make 30. They're 3 times faster. So let's replay this again.
Missile destroyer. And they're just unveiled a cargo ship that converts into a concealable missile destroyer. And there it is, right there. You can see it right here. How convenient. So these are things popping off with this massive simulation going.
Hey, and guess what? The elect is going to receive spiritual power to destroy the missile destroyers, fighter jets, robot, whatever these heathen come with. F-22 Raptor, all that's going to get destroyed by the elect. Hey, even these 2/3 going to get busy out here, man. The Most High Yahweh is not going to have his people go out sad in contrast to these heathen. These heathen are going to go out way worse than even these 2/3. These two-third Israelites are going to have a better ending than overall have a better ending than these fucking heathen, man. These fucking heathen are going to get cooked. Okay, figuratively and literally, in the things that are about to hit the stage. All right. Let's get this. Let's go back to Obadiah, the 1st chapter. Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. There you go. And that goes for them Russians too. That goes for Gog and Magog too. They're Edomites, right? So guess what? China and all these other heathen that's working with Russia, Obadiah, the 1st chapter applies to them too. They're going to get backstabbed as well. This is what's coming down the pipe. Babylon the Great. The World Cup is coming next year to North America, Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. is hosting the World Cup and whatnot. But guess, it could be a T attack during the World Cup. There you go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, things are going to intensify. Guess what? The Most High Yahweh is going to intensify the elect. Israel as a whole, the Israelites as a whole, we already went through our captivity. We're not going back into captivity. You Edomites are finna get that cup. Let's get that. This is Lamentations, the 4th chapter, and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. There you go. And it's going to primarily take place here in Babylon the Great. You Edomites, you finna get ran through. You finna get ran through like a bunny rabbit on a railway and a bullet train coming by. You Edomites are cooked. Every last one of you Edomites on the earth are going to get cooked, man. And guess what? You got these countries, China, wargaming, letting it be known publicly, worldwide, that they're wargaming to invade this place. Then you got these proud Americans. Oh, the U.S. can never be invaded. It's impossible. Hey, guess what? They're going to be dung. The Most High Yahweh is going to have them be dung. Let's get that. And dung is poop. They're going to be laid out, a dead corpse on the ground. Let's get that. This is Jeremiah, the 25th chapter, in verse 33. And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented. So this is going to be a worldwide mass casualty, a worldwide mass die-off. Neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. So guess what? People going to be corpses. You're going to see somebody eyeball hanging out their head. The head beheaded. Maggots all up in the head. The crow poking at the other eye and the beheaded head. The other corpse all jacked up with maggots. And that's what's coming. You know, that's what the Most High has for it, and it needs to happen. The earth has been engulfed in iniquity. And it needs to be punished. You heathen, especially you Edomites, you need to be punished. And guess what? The sword. All right? Sword, famine, pestilence. All right? So let's end this video off. And then I'll cut this video. So shalom.
Down, surrounding the Caribbean. And so these are things popping off with this massive simulation going down, surrounding the Caribbean. And at some point, it seems any moment, things are going to pop off on this war front. And it brings it right up to our doorstep. I'll leave a link. Join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where I talk about this in greater detail.